My name is Kristi Stahnke McGregor, and I represent individuals primarily in class action litigation. Class action litigation is where multiple individuals come together to represent all of the folks who have been harmed in some way by a corporation, typically, either consumer protection type of work or investment fraud or breaches of fiduciary duty, people who handle other people's investments and money. And that comes into play, for example, in the 401k context. I come from a family of immigrants, Central and Eastern European immigrants who settled in the Chicago area. And there's a whole part of the city where everything's in Polish. And my grandmother had a Polish immigrant family. And she came to me when I was 5 years old, and she said, "We need a lawyer in the family. You should become a lawyer." And being a 5-year-old, I said, "Okay, Grandma." And somehow it just stuck in my head the rest of my life. For whatever reason, I just knew I needed to become a lawyer. After law school, I got a fellowship from the German government to study law in Germany. And I got an LLM, a master's of law degree in commercial law, German law. And then after that, I came back to the U.S. and started out actually as a corporate lawyer representing German companies, but it bored me. So not even a year out of the corporate work, I left and I moved to New York. And I started with, at the time, what was one of the largest plaintiffs' class action firms in the country. And I started in securities class actions, representing investors, shareholders in public companies. And so we would do class actions on behalf of all the shareholders to attempt to recover the value of the shares. So I did that for about 10 years exclusively, and then branched out into other areas of class action work, primarily financial fraud and some consumer fraud. Through that work, I met Kevin Sharp, one of the partners at Sanford Heisler Sharp, and we just reconnected recently. And he asked me to come to Sanford Heisler Sharp and join the team and help with expanding the class action practice. It's always made me angry when somebody is a bully or tries to take advantage of people with less power. And sometimes it's not as much about the little guy as it is putting the big guy in their place, if that makes sense. Like, that's kind of the fun part of it. You do draw a personal connection with the people you represent and develop a relationship and a kindredness with them, and that is very rewarding. But it's also challenging the powerful person that is also very rewarding. You can see the smile on my face. It kind of gets me riled up.